Esteemed journalists, we continue our working day, and as usual, at this time, Mr. Colonel Andriy Lysenko, the spokesperson of the presidential administration, with a report from the east of Ukraine. Hello, esteemed colleagues. We would like to inform you that the previous day in the ATO zone was characterized by some de-escalation of the situation, irrespective of the great amount of enemy's shellings and provocations. The facts of using heavy weaponry on the side of illegal armored groups has significantly reduced within Luhansk direction. Yesterday, the military actions took place within the area of Stanitsa Luhanska. In the morning, the enemy's reconnaissance group was transferred through Siversky Donetsk River and attacked ATO near Siza settlement. The attack was reflected also in the morning, and in the evening the militants shelled Stanitsa Luhanska. Due to this shelling with the use of grenade launchers and light weaponry, the local was wounded. Also, some short-term armed provocation on the side of illegal armed groups took place in the south from Tryokhizbinka, within the area from Krymska to Popasna settlement. No armed provocations was registered. Donetsk direction, the shellings continue in Horlivka and Svitlogorodska settlements. For example, the enemy used 120 millimeters mortars within this very direction. The enemy used these mortars to the north from the Vuglogirsk and in Horlivka itself. No provocations, no use of gun and reactive artillery was registered. At the very same time, the situation is not improved along the Avdiivka and Mariivka. For example, the militants intensified their shelling there, and they brought military human resources and ammunition. Besides, the artillery shelling took place near Berezove settlement, which is near the strategic highway Donetsk-Mariupol. Within the Mariupol direction, there were no military action for the first time since signing the Minsk agreements 5.5 years ago. At the very same time, our air defense units are effectively working near Stepne-Volinsky region, Donetsk Oblast. The enemy's drone was hit down, which was photographing machinery and redislocation of the armed forces of Ukraine units. Yesterday, 8 drones were registered. During the recent 24 hours, we have lost 1 serviceman and 3 were wounded. Also, we would like to inform that according to the specified, clarified information the day before yesterday, on July 22nd, near Avdiivka, the employee of special unit of the Ministry of Interior was killed, 1 more wounded, but unfortunately the latter died in the hospital. Within the occupied territories, the social tension is increasing. Plenty of enterprises have granted unpaid vacations to their employees. At the very same time, the militants are recruiting these people in order to dismantle and cut down the metal constructions, in order to bring them to the territory of the Russian Federation and sell them there. At the very same time, the occupation administration is trying to use the catastrophic economic situation for their own purposes. Yesterday in Donetsk, the militants have organized a meeting near the building where the members of the Special Monitoring Mission of OSCE reside. The members of the meeting included predominantly women. They were brought up by buses to the venue. They were quite aggressive and accused OSCE in providing people with untrustworthy information. The event was accompanied by some hooligan events. The deputy head of the monitoring mission, Alexander Huk, claimed that this provocation was organized and was aimed to limit the work of international monitors. The anti-terroristic measures along the whole territory of Ukraine are continuing. For example, in Kharkiv Oblast, the Security Service of Ukraine has detained the recruiter of the illegal armed group who calls himself Prizrak. He was recruiting people to act against the ATO. Servicemen. Also, the officers of operative departments have detained the recruiter and seized 3 grenades and ammunition in Chernihiv Oblast. During the special operation, 2 illegal groups were detained who brought weapons and ammunition to the ATO. The law enforcement agency's representatives seized the Degtyaryov submachine gun, 2 grenade launchers, hand grenades, Kalashnikova submachine gun, and ammunition. Besides, in Mariupol, the law enforcement agencies have stopped activities of the commercial structures which sent foodstuffs, alcohol and chemical goods to the occupied territory. Ukrainian patriots are helping our servicemen. During these days in Rivne, there were trainings and there were fortifications which were carried out by volunteers of Lutsk. They are mounted and they are quite strengthy to be used against tanks, against the mortar launchers, grenade launchers, and with due account of the fact that the militants are violating the Minsk agreements and they keep plenty of machinery, these fortifications will be of great use. The armed forces of Ukraine are boosting their capacity. In Kharkiv Oblast, there were artillery trainings with the use of Rapira grenades. During 2 days, over 70 servicemen are being trained. Also, our forces had trainings in Zhytomyr Oblast. Over 90% of officers participants to these trainings participated in the ATO zone. During these trainings, the young men were taught how to shoot from the light weapons, how to use grenade launchers, and they were taught how to use tactical medicine within the battlefield. That would be all for today. Have you got any questions? Do we have questions, specifications, clarifications? If no, thank you so much.